I carried yesterday into the dawn, like a suitcase filled with silent storms, trying to smile while the weight held on, wearing courage that was tired and worn. The world kept moving without a pause, while questions echoed inside my mind. Then through the stillness, softer than breath, I felt your mercy begin to find me. Not in thunder, not in fire, not in answers I could explain, but in a quiet, holy whisper, calling me gently by my name. I found the place where my heart finally rested, safe in the shadow of your endless grace. No longer running, no longer pretending, held by the kindness shining from your face. When all my strength had almost left me, when every road seemed lost in the night, you became the peace I couldn't discover, the calm that carried me back to the light. There were seasons I mistook for endings, doors that closed and dreams that disappeared. Yet every broken piece I surrendered became a testimony you were here. You walked beside me through hidden valleys, through every fear I never spoke aloud. And while I thought I was slowly falling, you were teaching my soul to trust somehow. Not with power, not with glory, not with treasures of this world, but with love that kept pursuing every corner of my hurt. I found the place where my heart finally rested, safe in the shadow of your endless grace. No longer running, no longer pretending, held by the kindness shining from your face. When all my strength had almost left me, when every road seemed lost in the night, you became the peace I couldn't discover, the calm that carried me back to the light. If tomorrow brings another mountain, if another storm appears ahead, I'll remember how your hands have held me every time my hope was hanging by a thread. Because your faithfulness is not a moment, it's a river that never runs dry, flowing through the deserts of my weakness, teaching weary wings to fly. chasing horizons, believing something else would make me whole, running after answers in the distance, while an empty ache kept living in my soul. I filled my days with noise and expectations, built my hopes on things that couldn't stay. But every road that promised satisfaction eventually faded away. Then in the quiet of an ordinary evening, when I had nowhere else to run, I found the one my heart had always needed, the one who loved me from the start. The peace I was searching for was Jesus all along, not in the places I had wandered through, not in the dreams I thought would save me, but in the gentle love I found in you. The peace I was searching for was Jesus all along, the answer hidden in plain sight. And now my restless soul has found a refuge in the comfort of your light. You met me in the middle of my questions. You stayed when certainty was hard to find. You never turned away from all my weakness or the fears I carried deep inside. And little by little, you taught my heart that grace is not something I must earn. For every time I took a step toward heaven, I found your arms already open. The world can offer temporary shelter, but only you can calm the storm within. Only you can turn my deepest sorrow into a song of hope again. The peace I was searching for was Jesus all along, not in the places I had wandered through, not in the dreams I thought would save me, but in the gentle love I found in you. The peace I was searching for was Jesus all along, the answer hidden in plain sight. And now my restless soul has found a refuge in the comfort of your light. One day I'll stand before the gates of heaven, and every mystery will finally be clear. every season, every joy and sorrow, through every valley, every mountain top. The peace my heart was always longing for was never far away at all. The peace I was searching for was Jesus all along, the friend who never left my side, the faithful Savior walking through my story, the shepherd and the guide. The peace I was searching for was Jesus all along, and now my heart can finally rest, because the love I've spent a lifetime seeking was found in you, and nothing less. Jesus all along, Jesus all along. The peace I needed was Jesus all along. The night was deep, the silence overwhelming. My thoughts were louder than the falling rain. I tried to fight the weight of every feeling, but everything inside me felt like pain. I looked for light in places that were empty. I searched for peace that never seemed to stay, until I felt a presence in my weakness that gently pulled my fears away. Not in thunder, not in lightning, not in answers I could see, but in a quiet, steady whisper, you came and rescued me. You were never left alone in the dark, even when I thought I stood on my own. You were closer than the air I was breathing. You were there all along. You were never left alone in the dark. Every tear was never unseen, and in the silence, you were holding me. I thought my prayers were lost in empty ceilings, like they never made it past the room. But heaven was responding in the waiting, even when I was consumed. Every delay was never your absence, every silence was a deeper love. You were shaping something in the shadows I couldn't rise above. You were working working in the unseen moments. You were building what I couldn't plan, and every step I thought was abandonment was your guiding hand. You were never left alone in the dark, even when I thought I stood on my own. You were closer than the air I was breathing. You were there all along. You were never left alone in the dark. Every tear was never unseen, and in the silence, you were holding me. One day I will see the full picture. Every shadow turned to light, and all the times I felt forgotten will reveal your perfect design. Until then, I will trust your presence, even when I cannot understand. For the God who walks with me in darkness still holds me in his hand. You were never left alone in the dark. You were always guiding me home. And the love that found me in my weakness will never let me go. You were never left alone in the dark, and my soul can finally see that even in the deepest valley, you were there with me. In the dark, you were there all along. You were there. The room was full, then suddenly empty. The laughter faded into distant air. The voices I once leaned upon were gone, and silence was the only thing still there. I sat beneath the weight of disappointment, counting every promise that fell apart, wondering if anyone could truly see the hidden ache living inside my heart. Then through the darkness of that lonely season, a gentle love came shining through, not with words that vanished in the morning, but with a faithfulness that proved itself true. Jesus stayed when everyone else left, my prayers were trembling in the night, and even when I couldn't feel His presence, His love was holding me so tight. There were days I questioned every direction, days my confidence could barely stand. Yet somehow, through the valleys and the heartbreak, I kept finding traces of His hand. A door would open where I saw no pathway. A peace would come before the answer came. And slowly I began to understand the power hidden in His holy name. Not because my faith was always perfect, not because I never doubted Him, but because His mercy kept pursuing me. Even when my hope was growing dim, Jesus stayed when everyone else left. When the road grew cold and hard to see, when the lights went out around my future, He remained and carried me. Jesus stayed when all my strength was fading, when my prayers were trembling in the night, and even when I couldn't feel His presence, His love was holding me so tight. One day, every tear will have a story, every wound a testimony of grace, every lonely night will become a memory, lost forever in heaven's embrace. And the Savior who walked through every struggle will wipe away the sorrow from my eyes, showing me the purpose of each season beneath His everlasting skies. Jesus stayed when everyone else left. Jesus stayed, and He still stays today. The room was full and suddenly empty. The laughter faded into distant air. The voices I once leaned upon were gone. I had been holding on for far too long, trying to be stronger than I felt inside, building walls around my fragile heart, searching for a place to safely hide. Day had left its footprints on my spirit, every step a little harder than before. And by the time the evening found my window, I couldn't carry the weight anymore. So I laid my fears before the Savior, every doubt and every silent scar. And for the first time in a long while, I stopped trying to be who I wasn't. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, the darkness lost the power it once had. The burden that had followed me for years was lifted by the gentle shepherd's hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, my restless soul found shelter from the storm, and wrapped within His endless loving mercy, I discovered what peace feels like once more. No thunder rolled across the sky above me, no miracle appeared before my eyes, just a quiet sense of holy comfort, settling softly like the morning light. The questions that had haunted me for seasons didn't suddenly all disappear, but they no longer felt so overwhelming when I remembered you were near. Because your presence changes every valley, your goodness lights the longest road. And every time my strength begins to falter, you remind me I don't walk alone. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, the darkness lost the power it once had. shepherd's hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, my restless soul found shelter from the storm, and wrapped within His endless loving mercy, I discovered what peace feels like once more. One day all my struggles will be stories, every tear redeemed by heaven's grace, and I will stand before the one who carried me through every trial, every lonely place. Until then, I will trust His faithful promise. Through every shadow and uncertainty, for the Savior who carried me that evening will carry me through eternity. The night I finally let Jesus carry me became the night my healing truly began. For I found hope not in my own strength, but in the safety of His hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me changed the way I see each passing day, because the God who holds the whole creation still carries me along the way. Jesus carried me through the night. Jesus carried me into the light. The sun slipped quietly beyond the horizon, and evening wrapped the world in gentle blue. Another day of carrying heavy burdens, another day of trying to make it through. My mind was crowded with tomorrow's questions. My heart was tired from fighting every fear. But in the stillness of that sacred moment, I felt your calming presence drawing near. You didn't ask me to have all the answers. You didn't ask me to understand the road. You simply opened wide your arms of mercy and invited me to let go. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus. Every burden, every fear, every care, And somehow what once felt so overwhelming became lighter in the shelter of His grace. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus and traded all my striving for His peace. For the one who holds tomorrow in His hands was holding every part of me. The stars appeared like promises above me, tiny reminders that you're always near. And everyone seemed to softly whisper, you never walk alone down here. The problems waiting for me in the morning had not completely disappeared from sight. They no longer felt so frightening when placed within your endless light. Because the God who guides the oceans and calls the galaxies by name is still the loving shepherd who carries me when I'm afraid. My worries at the feet of Jesus. Every burden, every fear, every care. And somehow what once felt so overwhelming became lighter in the shelter of His grace. Traded all my striving for His peace. For the one who holds tomorrow in His hands was holding every part of me. One day all my questions will be answered. One day faith will finally become sight. But until then, I'll rest within the promise that your love is guiding every step of life. When I cannot see beyond the shadows, when I don't know what tomorrow brings, I'll trust the heart that gave its life to save me, and the King above all kings. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus and found a peace this world could never give. A quiet confidence within my spirit that teaches weary hearts to live. I left my worries at the feet of Jesus, and there I'll leave them day by day. There are days my heart feels scattered pieces, like it cannot find its way back home. I try to sing, but only broken echoes are all I seem to know. Still I lift the fragments of my weakness, every tear I never hid from you. And somehow in the middle of my brokenness, your mercy breaks through. You don't require perfect melody, you don't demand a flawless song. You just receive the honest offering of a heart that's barely strong. Even my broken heart can still worship you. Even my trembling voice is enough, for you are not moved by perfection. You are moved by love. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and in your presence I am made new, because the God who sees my weakness still calls me through. I used to think I had to hide my fractures, to stand before you without any shame. But you showed me that my deepest broken places are where you call my name. So I no longer run from what I'm feeling, I bring it all before your throne. Because in every piece I thought was failing, I find I'm never alone. You turn my pain into a pathway, you turn my wounds into your praise. And in the middle of my surrender, you rewrite all my days. Even my broken heart can still worship you. Even my trembling voice is enough, for you are not moved by perfection. You are moved by love. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and in your presence I am made new, because the God who sees my weakness still calls me through. One day every broken note will vanish, every tear will turn to song, and I will stand before you whole forever, where I belong. Until then I'll keep on giving everything, even when I have nothing to give. For the God who loves my broken offering is the reason I live. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and that truth will carry me through night. For the Savior who receives my weakness turns darkness into light. Even my broken heart can still worship you, and now my soul can finally see that even in my broken hallelujah, you are enough for me. Broken, but yours, still yours, always yours. Before I ever learned the words of praying, before I knew how faith was meant to sound, you were already walking through my seasons, holding every piece of me unbound. I thought I had to find the perfect moment to reach a place where I could call your name, but you were there in every silent struggle, the same, the same, the same. You were not waiting for my voice to be stronger. You were not waiting for my heart to be whole. You were already moving in my story, quietly shaping my soul. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, before I ever lifted up my hands. You were the love that held me in my weakness, the God I didn't understand. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and now I see it all alone. You were the quiet in my deepest chaos, the reason I am strong. There were nights I never called your presence, yet you were closer than the air I breathe. You saw the tears I never showed to anyone, you chose to stay with me. Even in the years I walked in silence, even when I didn't recognize your face, you were writing mercy into every moment, calling it grace. So I don't need perfect words to reach you. I don't need a perfect faith to stand. You are the one who came before I knew you, holding me in your hand. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, before I ever lifted up my hands. You were the love that held me in my weakness, the God I didn't understand. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and now I see it all along. You were the quiet in my deepest chaos, the reason I am strong. One day I'll see the story from beginning, every hidden moment brought to light, and I will know you were the faithful presence through every day and night. Until then, I will keep resting in the knowing that I was never out of your sight. For the God who loved me before I knew him is still my light. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and you will be my peace till the end. For the Savior who was always with me will always call me friend. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and now my soul can finally see that every breath I ever take is covered by your love for me. Before I prayed, you were there. Before I knew you cared. The morning came in whispers through curtains touched with gold. I carried all my questions and stories never told. The world was waking slowly, but my heart had raced all night. And in the gentle silence, you met me with your light. I did not hear a thunder, I did not see a sign, just peace that felt like sunlight resting over mine. When heaven sits beside me, the fear begins to fade. The mountains lose their shadows, the night gives up its weight. You do not rush my healing,